Hoy siya malungul tutaw mergi droguy loreng sa 87.9 EPFM helaktan magdong commercial talk show kit. Tingay dro kaya nga studio at tutaw mo. Halak onon algo yung utir mbadom ura programa kit at tutaw. Malungul tutaw.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Palau. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dr. Pam from the Palau Animal Welfare Society. I'm here with Mansell, our school coordinator. And today, so first of all, thanks for joining us. And second, we want to invite you all to our amazing dog show that we're gonna celebrate on Sunday, this Sunday. Yay. The event is open for everybody. So if you don't have a dog, but you just want to have a good time, we're gonna have several activities. We're gonna have really good snacks and raffle tickets and super cool prizes.
There's going to be some announcements, exciting announcements, so show up if you don't have anything to do on 2 o'clock to 5 p.m. I mean, show up any time between those two. You don't have to be there the entire time.
Exactly.
But show up between then and let's have fun.
Yeah.
So Pam, this dog show, what's the occasion that we're doing a dog show?
So we are having this dog show to celebrate 25 years of the Palau Animal Welfare Society.
Wow.
Yeah,
25 years.
For 25 years, we've been trying to help the animals, to educate people about there's a different, better way to do things with your pets, with your dogs and cats. We're trying to, through our outreach clinic program, do the spay and neuter to control the overpopulation of animals in Palau. So far, we've been doing over 3,000 surgeries. In 4 years since I came here in 2021. So, yeah.
So I took some liberty since Palau Animal Welfare Society is celebrating 25 years. I had to think back. Even last time we did a radio talk show, I had to think back and really kind of I was born and raised here, so I feel like I should remember what it was like in the year 2000. People thought that the world was going to end.
Exactly, everybody.
But I actually was able to prompt ChatGPT to come up with some really nice, to kind of tell us about the milestones that PAWS has gone through over the years, 25 years. So if we want to go through them, pretty simply, it was founded in 2000 by a small group of animal lovers here in Palau. In 2004, this was started just like a nonprofit organization, basically. Didn't have a clinic or anything. In 2004, it started working with the core state government to pass the Animal Control Act. Basically, the first set of legislation that kind of forced us to give rights to animals. Which is still to this day, I think, the only piece of legislation that we have that protects animals. In 2005, it helped core state government open its first animal shelter, and it was the integral part of getting supplies here, getting medications here to help facilitate the shelter. In 2019, of course, it permanently opened the clinic, and that's brought us to here, to now, to you. And over the years, we've worked. The PAWS has partnered with the CAT team, has partnered with the Pacific Partnership Program that comes here every year with the U.S. military, to do those things that you were saying in the beginning, spay and neutering.
Exactly. Yeah. Before me, Dr. Terry Pike came several times to perform spay and neuter clinics. He came here when I just moved, and it was amazing working with him. We were a good team.
It's I think in the earlier days, a lot of people don't realize in those days because there was no a focused program for pause, people really, this was the kind of the pioneer organization that led to the recognition that we need attention to our animals, and that's where, like I said, with the core state government and a lot of people over the years, I think, regardless of what the current state is of how we treat animals in Palau, I think PAWS has been part of it since the beginning. So that's something to really be proud of.
Yeah, thank you so much for your support. And honestly, this is not my first rodeo. I've been working on different islands around in some of the Bay Islands in Honduras, in Bocas del Toro, in Panama, for a week in Puerto Rico. And yeah, I can notice here in Palau that there's so much potential, that all that interaction Palauans have with the nature, with the animals. Like, if you didn't treat properly your dogs and your cats before, it's not that it's because you don't care. It's like you didn't know there was a different way. And I've been noticed that Palauans are very willing to be better, in the way they take care of their pets. Like, they want to know, and it's like, oh, really? They can suffer diabetes? Oh my God, what is heartworm? They can get it from the mosquitoes and all these things.
Chicken bones?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah.
So it's come a long way, and that's, in the bigger picture, it's better for us, better for the environment, it's better for the pets.
Exactly. At the end, is beneficial for the whole community, for the whole country.
So now that PAWS is kind of this mission of promoting spay and neutering, and then also educating starting from a young age, as I do for the school outreach programs, what kind of things can the community kind of see that are the jobs of PAWS? Like, are there outreach programs that you do? How often?
So we are trying to go at least to each state twice a year. Well, the states in Babeldo, because Peleliu, Angar, and Kayangel, they are too far away, and at least once a year. And speaking of Angar, we're coming in 2 weeks, so be ready with your pets. Let's take advantage of this opportunity, because it's the only time we're going to be there this year. So, yeah, because we understand that it's not that easy to get a car and put your pets in there. That's why we're doing these outreach programs. So you don't have to come to PAWS. PAWS come to you. To make things easier. And yeah, it's always a pleasure to go there and work with you and teach you and show you how to do things.
So as we discussed last talk show that we had a couple of weeks ago, we've been coming once a month, or it's been more frequently because of the dog show. But we've talked about the promotion that people can take advantage of in terms of those outreach programs.
Exactly. So since last year, this really kind couple from Switzerland came for vacations, and they were worried about the situation and how are things in controlled population in Koror, and they decided to support us because they understand that the only way to control the overpopulation of animals is through spay and neuter. So they've been paying the price of the surgeries of these animals since last year, and on top of that, giving $10 as an incentive per animal.
Oh, wow.
So if you have 5 dogs, you bring them over to the clinic or to one of our outreach clinics for surgery. You don't pay anything. The surgery includes the warmer as well. You don't pay for that. And we pay you $10 per animal. So 5 animals, $50 for you. And
Real.
exactly, have a really good Thanksgiving and Family Day.
Do you are they do they mind being shouted out? The people who gave the grant, the donation for the promotion.
Jana and Luca.
Shout out to Tiana and Luca.
Yeah. Thank you
Um,
so much to them for their help. We've been doing a lot.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like it's just to let people know that we really want to help the community. We really care about what you are earning, and it's part of our job. It's part of what we want to do because we believe in Palau.
So over the years that you've been here since.
Exactly 4 years and 5 days. 6
Wow.
days, yeah.
Yes. I've been coming and going.
Yeah.
Over the years, what are the trends in terms of the services that you provide? What are kind of the trends that you see, like in terms of the diseases? What are the more common diseases here in Palau? In terms of like behaviors, animal behavior, what are the common problems or issues that you see?
Well, the most common problems I've seen on puppies, for example, are two. One, intestinal worms, and the second one, malnutrition. Because there are still people insisting that only with soup and rice is enough to let them live.
Sustain them.
Exactly. And that's the thing that I've been saying since a while, that you're going to see the puppy are not gaining weight. You can easily see the ribs, and the legs should be straight except on the short dogs. They have the crooked legs. But yeah, the legs start to get deformed. You lift the lip and you can see the gums are pale. Yeah. Why? Because they are not getting enough nutrients with the diet.
So that's one of the things that we, when we do our outreach to the schools, like when I do the outreach to the schools, I always am very adamant when I talk to the kids about it. I bring my dog with me so they see the kind of the state of weight that he's in.
No, and that's the thing, because Paul is in an incredible condition, and that's how every animal should look, like having a really good muscle mass and a waist. Not the big head. That's part of the combo. But
So I'm gonna tell you something that's probably gonna make your heart beat out of your chest. Last Sunday, I was sitting on my balcony. I don't know why I do this, but I sit on the rail on my balcony.
No, that's dangerous.
And it's like a normal thing that I do. I sit there and I read a book. I was reading a book, and Poe and Coconut. Poe is the name of my dog. Coconut is the name of a friend's dog that I'm sitting for. They were like walking around, going inside the house, coming out. Suddenly, Poe runs out. I think he smells something. He pokes his head out of the rails, and he sees a neighborhood dog. Poe is very familiar with our property boundaries, and so he's very protective about it, of course. And he starts kind of like, he doesn't really bark. He kind of like, whoa, and then I see the hair on his back come up. And I'm like, it's okay, thank you. I acknowledge him, like, you're guarding the house, good job. But it's okay, they'll be there and they'll be gone in 2 seconds. He goes in the house. I think the dogs, like, I don't know how they communicate through ears and senses and stuff. But I think, this is me, like, putting myself in his shoes, per se. I think he heard a challenge from outside. I don't know how he sensed it. So when he ran out back, my balcony is elevated, doesn't have a ground entry. He jumped over the railing. I immediately, in my mind, I knew that he was going to jump over. Like, he's never done that. He's more risk averse.
So out of character.
Yeah. Jumped over. In my mind, I'm like, if I go reach for him, he's so heavy, he's going to take me down. I can't save him. But my body just went, like, he's my dog, like, I couldn't control myself. And I grabbed him. We both went over the railing, the back of my house. You know how high it is. We went over the railing towards the back. I survived. I had a little nick over here.
I can see it's a bit swollen.
It was bruised, and then I had to poke it so blood can come out. Poe, no problem. He got up and he's like, he chased the dog, so the dog ran away, and he didn't go out of our property. He just stayed and was like, I got him, Dad, I got him.
He was so proud.
Yes. And in my mind, all I could think about was, thank God you have all those muscles that protect you. Because, I mean, can you imagine, like,
Exactly,
even
and that's
me.
the thing when you say it was like, I know how high is your balcony.
Yeah.
I know how high is your balcony.
And even me, I mean, I knew, like, when I was going over, I was like, prepare yourself. Like, I've done some martial arts, so I know how to fall. So I was like, it's okay. I just don't know if for me, I'm like, I can manage myself. But for dogs, sometimes you just don't know what's wrong with them. And even from that, like, I came back we got back in the house, and I was like, okay, we're going to rest a little bit, and then I'm going to assess him to really see the damage. But he seems okay, like, but now I can't leave him alone in the balcony.
No, because he learned now. Now he know. And that's the thing, and that's a really good story to share, because that's true. He has a really good muscle mass, and that completely protects everything around the joints, the bones. And I was talking with my brother yesterday, and I was telling him that I've been working out, and I can feel it. I can feel stronger. And I complained when was that, like 20 years ago, I twisted my ankle, and for years I suffered from pain, like, I cannot walk too long because I can feel it. But since I started to work out, no more knee pain, ankle pain, no back pain. Like, I feel great. I feel great. But it requires a lot of discipline. And really, what's your goal? I want to be strong. I'm turning 40 next year. My muscle mass is declining. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So I just want to keep it.
I just think I'm the same with my dog. Like, I think we have some kind of mild case of body dysmorphia. Like, I don't, the way I think of my body is very different from what the beauty standards are. And I think Poe also does that. He doesn't realize that he's buff.
But you look good. He looks good. And you feel good.
But moving on to the intestinal worms. So you see a lot of that. What
yes.
do you attribute to that? What do you think? So you said malnutrition, and it's because people are not well educated about
how to feed their
proper,
pets. Exactly.
feeding, and that's the reason why we do the school outreach to teach kids from a young age. And really, if you are buying food for your dogs or cats, just follow the instructions on the bag. Usually it comes with the weight and how much you give the animal.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
That's enough.
And I understand that it's expensive, so if you are cooking at home for your dogs and cats, make sure that you just boil them in water, whatever it is, the protein is, just boil it in water, and don't put any seasonings.
Yeah. No, if you want to cook for your pet, you have to cook separately, and you have to add not just rice and soup. No, you need to balance the meal. You have to add meat, you have to add minerals, you have to add veggies, fruits, good carbs. Yeah, that can be rice or pasta. But
I recognize that a lot of the the dog food that are available here, I don't know if it's all the time because we have shortage of supplies all the time. But I realized that for Poe, especially my dog, he needs a lot of omega-3s. And a lot of the dog food here doesn't have it, so I have to supplement it. And then you
Fish
just have
oil.
to- yeah, fish oil. And you just have to know that, like, if your dog needs this. A lot of people take advantage of the grocery stores. They have they call it sawdust when they cut the meat and stuff, the leftovers, the cuts that are not sold. A lot of people buy those, and sometimes they give it out for free. You can use those, but you have to make it balanced. You cannot eat it just
Exactly.
raw. Because
Yeah.
the same with humans, we can get parasites. They
No,
can get
parasites and bacteria as well. Yeah. And if they didn't sell that part of the meat, why is that? Because it's a lot of fat. And let's remember, a lot of fat is going to contribute to heart problems, liver problems, obesity, diabetes. Do you really want to deal with a dog or a cat that is diabetic? Like injecting insulin twice a day if you get the insulin. Because, so let's make your life easier.
So going back to the intestinal
The
worms.
intestinal worms. So the problem with intestinal worms is they get it from the mom, they get it from the environment, they get it from other animals too.
And what is
And the problem is these intestinal worms, some are they like consuming the nutrients they try to get that the animal is trying to get from the diet. Like they are not capable to consume these nutrients. These intestinal worms are feeding from the pet's blood as well, and are causing diarrhea and are a mess. The animal doesn't feel good. The hair looks like dull and like no bright
This
at
is the same
all.
intestinal worms that humans can get.
And humans can get them as well.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's a very important part because we have to realize that the health of our animals and the health of our pets is contributing to our own health.
Yeah.
I
And-
always advocate that it should be part of like when Core State does the survey to make sure that your yard is clean. I think pets have to be part of that. It has to be has
completely.
a check mark for how you are maintaining your pets.
Yeah, exactly, and handling your pet's poop. Because the thing is, yesterday happened. Sometimes you don't see the worms. Sometimes you see them, and that means a lot. But for example, yesterday this girl brought her puppy, and the puppy had diarrhea. Luckily, it was not parvovirus. The test was negative, but I took a fecal exam, and I was checking on the microscope, and I told her, okay, the puppy has intestinal worms. No. And I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. What do you mean with no? I haven't seen any. Yeah, I know you haven't seen any, but I can see the eggs under the microscope.
And when
She's like, oh,
when
really?
you're
Yes.
able to see them, it's probably much too late, and the dog is really in some kind of hurt.
Yeah, the puppy still had a bit of good attitude, but he was vomiting. He didn't want to eat. He wasn't drinking water, and he had diarrhea. It's like all those elements in a small puppy that are so sensitive, so small, and with that super increased metabolism, it's like they quickly can dehydrate and decompensate and die if they are not checked on time.
And how can PAWS help with the mitigation of the worms?
So you bring your pet. Every puppy needs dewormer. So we give. It depends on the type of worms. We can give different dewormers, and we should be doing it every 2-3 weeks until they are 6 months old, and after that, every 3-4 months. Why it has to be that often when they are that young? Because they are not that efficient
Mhm.
as the older dogs
Right.
to get rid of the intestinal worms.
I guess we can get a question from the open public since we're on that subject. Since there are time for this medication that we should expect to give our pets, is it a big issue if you skip, like if you forget about a month, or you realize that you haven't given, say, a dewormer in like 2 months, and you give it, then like, is there a problem with that? Is there?
Well, if the animal wasn't exposed to other animals that had intestinal worms or the environment, well, no problem. If the animal wasn't exposed or it was treated before.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, regardless, if you forget or whatever, just give the medication to your dog.
Exactly.
It's not gonna harm it.
Mm-hmm. But it's very important for us to know the exact weight. Because it's not, for example, the dewormer for humans. If you're a kid, take 1 tablet. If you're an adult, 2 tablets, period. But no, with animals, with dogs and cats, we really need to know the exact weight, because if you come and you're guessing, no, maybe like 10 pounds, but actually it's 22 pounds, I'm not going to sell the dewormer, because it would be irresponsible from me. Like, okay, if you say so, here it is. No, because it's not going to work.
Well, I was at the clinic the other day, and I understand this. That's the reason why it's very important to make people realize that it's a responsibility to have a dog, to have an animal, to have a pet. Is it because the while there are all these promotions that PAWS does provide to the public, it still require the owners to invest something, and $15 is $15. It's $15. It can be expensive to some people. It can be affordable to some people. And I was at the clinic when one one owner came in and bought one and was like, I'm just gonna split this, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. You're just gonna cause more problems, and you're just wasting that money that you just spent. Like, it's not actually gonna do anything if you split it. The doctor already said this one thing is for one dog.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to split it. And a lot of it, that's a part of the education too. I get this asked a lot because of post medical certificate. It has the vaccination. It doesn't tell people how many shots there is. It just tells people like how many things it protects the dog against. So how many shots are there specifically for vaccination here in Palau for pets?
So how many vaccines they need?
Like overall, how many shots do they get for an average
Okay,
dog?
when they are puppies or kittens, they should get 3 vaccines, 1 month apart each, and after that, 1 vaccine a year.
But this is a wide range vaccine.
Yeah.
It's just not for one thing.
No. Every vaccine, for example, for cats, that protects them against rhinotracheitis, calicivirus, and panleukopenia. And for dogs, is adenovirus, parainfluenza, distemper, leptospirosis, and parvovirus.
Wow. If only vaccines for humans were like that.
Yeah.
I get the COVID, I get the measles, I get the polio.
Tetanus. Oh, speaking of tetanus, that's very important. Always check your pet. If you see an that got injured somewhere, you have to please clean up that wound as soon as possible, because I seen cases of tetanus here.
On animals?
On dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
Cats
does tetanus look like?
They get stiff. They cannot move. They cannot swallow. They have fever, and you see the face like...
The lockjaw, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Sardonic face, yeah. And the 2 cases I saw, none of them survived.
Wow.
and that requires hospitalization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's expensive.
So in addition to the vaccines that you mentioned, the heartworm, the intestinal worm medication, can you talk about heartworm a little bit, like how it's transferred from dogs and how often they should be protected?
So what is heartworm? Heartworm is literally worms in the heart. How do they get them? Through mosquitoes. So when the dog is sick, having these worms in the heart, these adult worms are having babies, the microfilaries. So these baby worms are traveling through the bloodstream around the body, and the mosquito comes, takes the blood with the baby worms, then goes to another dog, and that's how they transmit the disease. You don't see it. You don't see it. And what are the symptoms that we can notice? They start to get tired when they do exercise. They can look pale. They can start coughing. And I always ask to people, have you heard your dog coughing, like doing, and he's like, oh yeah, he does that.
And they're just like, oh, it's a weird thing that the
Yeah,
animal
maybe
has.
something stuck, and that's the complaint. The number one complaint with dogs with heartworm. Like, it seems like there's something stuck, and he's trying to get rid of it. This, but no.
A million worms.
Exactly, a million worms. Yeah, or sometimes the belly just grows because it's filled with liquid. Yeah. How do we treat this? To prevent it, we offer medicine once a month. When they are young, when they are puppies, we ask them to bring them to the clinic once a month to check the weight so we can adjust the dose. But after 1 year old, when the weight stabilizes, we can send them the bottle that lasts over a year. The price of the monthly ivermectin, that's what we use, is $1. And this bottle costs $10. So imagine.
So the bottle, do you have the both liquid and pill form, or?
No, just liquid.
Nice.
Well, we have a pill that costs $7, the pill, but it's monthly.
But they work the same.
Yeah, they work the same. They work. The
Yeah, with my dog, he prefers the liquid. The pill is quite big to be disguised under a piece of bread or something. So he's pretty smart. He like, and then pushes it out of his mouth and eats the cheese or the bread or whatever.
Yeah, he can notice. So yeah, it's better to prevent. It's better to prevent. And if you count, like, it's just once a month. And now with all this technology, having a cell phone, you just set an alarm like, oh, today is a heartworm prevention for my dog. And you just do it.
And if people like rescue a dog that they are for sure has never gotten a medication or whatever, bring it to the clinic.
Yeah. Bring it to the clinic. We can check the blood and let you know. And there's treatment for that.
It's better to bring it to the clinic than just going and buying the medication and hoping that it would work. When if the animal is already infected, it would be very hard for that medication to work or be successful at all.
Oh, forget it. Don't come and ask me, okay, I think my dog has a heartworm. Just please give me the medicine. Because the checkup with us is for free. But yes, you have to pay for the test. And no, I'm not going to give you medicine if I don't know, I'm not sure what's going on exactly. It could be something else.
Right.
It could be, like the other day, this dog started to snore while she was sleeping.
Which was not normal.
Yeah, well, some dogs snore, but in this case, when I checked, I could see like something like growing on the soft palate. And the thing is, she had blocked one of the salivary glands, and I had to remove it.
Wow.
So better to check your pet. You could think it's something, and thank you so much for your feedback, but it's better if I check. Just to make
When
sure.
in doubt, just bring them in.
Yeah, and that's what I tell to people. Like, I don't want to make you waste your time and money, because it's like, oh yeah, I need medication because my dog is losing hair and I know it's mange. Are you sure it's mange? Have you ever got a skin scrape for your pet? No. Okay, so bring him in. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna check him, and I'm gonna let you know, because it will be responsible for me if I'm like, okay, so let's start with this and let me know if it works. 1 week later, no, that didn't work. Okay, now let's try with this. 1 week later, that didn't work. You waste your time, you waste your money, and the only one that suffers here is your pet.
Yeah. It's sad, but we have to be responsible. We mentioned this in the last talk show, that pets are, while they are animals, they are part of our family, the human family, because they don't exist in nature naturally. They don't naturally exist in nature.
Yeah.
So they need human interaction to survive and be healthy and be prosperous.
You know that something that I've been listening a lot lately is that some clients, they come and it's like, when I ask them, are you going to pay with cash or card? Can I pay with the MSA? And
Oh, wow.
they've been asking why my pet cannot be part of my MSA. It's like, that money is just sitting there.
Well,
I could
write to your congresswoman or your
Exactly.
congressman. Maybe they would be able to put that in the regulation. But that's a very good. I mean, I have insurance for Poe. I have insurance for him just because of the requirements for him as a service dog. But it's almost the same as my own premium. It's very expensive.
But yeah, that would be an amazing idea. That would be an amazing idea to help the community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question from some of the people from town. My dog's ears always smell bad. What's causing that?
So that could be an infection for bacteria or fungus, or it could be mites, or what I found a couple of times, tumors.
Yeah.
Tumors. The other day I had to remove part of the ear canal from this dog because he had a huge tumor. That was a beautiful surgery. Yes.
When I was a kid, the telltale sign for if a dog has ticks or fleas, the first thing I do is check under the ears. If there's ticks there, there's ticks everywhere, and it became like a thing. Like, I think also for mutts in Palau, mutts are mixed race dogs. I have a nickname for them. I call them the Palauan mutt. And it's you can realize they have a certain look to them, and their ears are always like the pointier ears that don't flap. And in my mind, I'm like, that's probably like some kind of survival of the fittest kind of thing, because the dogs that have the ear flap here in Palau are not very hygienic. It's not hygienic for the dog to have that, unless you mutilate your dog, which is atrocious. But I think that's the reason why the pointier ears are the more survivable ones here, because it's more open, so the
ventilation.
It's ventilated. The fleas and ticks don't find a way in there. I found this really funny between Poe and Coconut. So Poe has the flappy ears. Sometimes when it's raining or something, like, I think Poe will go running outside and it'll get dirty under there. And I used to make him sit and I'll go in with a Q-tip. I don't do that anymore. Coconut does it.
Oh,
and
she
it's
cleans.
so sweet when they're like sitting there and Coconut just goes and like cleans his ears, and I'm like, okay, that cannot be good. And then I go look and I'm like, oh, it's actually really good.
Great job, Coconut. Yeah, don't use Q-tips inside of the ear. Like, don't go deep. If you want to use it just to clean up the folds outside, that's perfect. That's okay.
But you can see. You don't go in there.
Yeah,
if you
but
can't
it's
see
not
it.
necessary. It's not necessary because the ears, they have a self-cleaning mechanism, so just let it be. It's good if you lift the ear and you smell and you check, like, it's okay.
Well, we got a question from a cat person. This person probably doesn't have a lot of knowledge about cats, but we'll see. Why does my cat keep vomiting hairballs, and how can I prevent it?
So sometimes, sometimes when cats are under a lot of stress or not feeling safe, they start to overgroom. And they start to leak and compulsively, or when they are suffering from external parasites like lice or fleas or mites, that they feel itchy, so they start to overgroom. And that's too much hair for them to swallow, and that's why they get rid of the...
So if you've seen a cat grooming, it goes like this, and it licks all over its body.
That's
you don't
normal.
see where the hair goes, but it goes in, because if you ever touched a cat's tongue, it's like a comb. A lot of people probably don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, but it looks like a reverse of like a shark teeth or something. And if you run your fingers, like it's in some cases
It's not soft.
Yeah, in some cases, like for example, if it's a very fatty piece of fish or something, you can actually scrape the
scales.
the scales off the fish. Yeah, it happens, and the cat's digestive tract will regurgitate it.
So what you can do is you can groom your cat, get a brush for them. You should check the skin to see if there are parasites and come to the clinic to get medicine. We sell Revolution, $10 the dose, and it covers for 1 month. Or check the environment. What changed around the cat's environment that is causing him stress? Like a new person came, or a person that was attached with the cat left, or a new pet around the house, something like that. They are very sensitive animals.
Since we're kind of in the subject about nutrition and stuff, what is your opinion, or what's the practice about feeding raw protein to animals?
So if it was well handled, like in a clean environment, yeah, that could be. But if it was left outside, exposed to the sun, covered with flies, and spend a lot of time there,
Basically, if you're not gonna eat it, it's probably not kosher for the dog.
Would you eat it? No. For example, when we after we go fishing, Mr. Kitty is one of my cats, and he goes crazy when Florian is cutting the fish.
Oh man.
Yes, he goes like between the legs and so vocal, and it's like, okay, sashimi for you, sashimi for me. If we eat it, he can eat it. Señor Gato doesn't like it.
Poe doesn't like it either. Coconut will eat like grade A tuna sashimi, and she will go and like nibble on it, like, I'm just gonna take little bites because I'm gonna savor this. Poe really doesn't like the texture.
No.
He likes the smell, so he'll go and like lick it, and then he's like, not my thing. And I'm like, the first time I did it, it was like a very expensive piece of tuna, and I'm like, this is when we just came back from California. And I was like, this is the food of the islanders. This is what we're going to do. You're going to eat some sashimi. I was so excited for him to be excited. He was like, nah,
no.
not my style.
Where's my burger?
I went to drop off the other day, and I ordered a dog meal, which is 2 patties with no seasoning, just 2 patties. And I was sitting at the table feeding him with a fork. And people were judging me. They're like, your dog is like allowed to be here? And I'm like, Yes.
It's a service dog.
Yeah. But he is very, he knows what he likes, I guess. So the difference between cats and dogs, like what do people need to know about how their feeding habits?
So cats are carnivores
Mm-hmm.
and dogs are omnivores because dogs have spent more time with us and they kind of adapt to us. Yeah, they are more used to. But for example, cats, they should not be eating fruits at all
Mm-hmm.
because their pancreas don't tolerate well the sugar in fruits, and yeah, that can disrupt the pancreas function and cause pancreatitis, and at the end either they die or they recover but they became like weak or they can become diabetics.
Mm. And this is the same. It's the same. Even if the whatever food that they're eating, if they have different ingredients and it's not evident that there's fruit in there, but if there's an ingredient of fruit, it's still not good for the cat, right?
Yeah,
For example,
unless the sugar from that fruit was removed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Our food, and there's something in there that's not, like for example, this is very common, garlic and onion. For both cats and dogs, we shouldn't be feeding that, and it's always part of our human diet, so we don't think about it and we give them leftovers.
Yeah.
And it's not good. This is a very common one. Can dogs or cats eat bones?
No, they should not be eating bones. Yeah. Why? Because it's like the other day, this guy approached me in a store and he was like, I have a question. My dog has been drooling a lot. And I'm like, have you checked the mouth? Maybe he ate something that is just stuck in there and he's not eating. Yeah, because there might be something stuck in the mouth that is causing him this problem.
Maybe a death pepper. Or a piece of bone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing that I've noticed several times. Animals that come to the clinic and they're just doing this, trying to pet the face, and they are hungry, but they start to eat and they stop because it's painful. And I check, and there's a piece of bone just stuck between the hard palate and or underneath the tongue. Yeah.
So, for example, Coconut was very well trained by her mother to eat fish. So she will clean a piece of fish just really down to the bone. I don't have to worry about her. She's okay with it. She takes very little bites. She's very careful. Poe, on the other hand, I do not even let him come close to fish with bones or anything with bones because he
doesn't
just
know
it down and not realizing that it's going to damage.
But that's the thing, because that's what I said. For example, if I'm gonna eat a bone, I'm gonna do it slowly, little by little. Like Coconut does it. Like, well, and she's not eating the bone, she's just eating the meat. But what is a normal dog gonna do if you give them bones? It's like, oh my God, is this
Smells like
heaven?
food, and
Exactly,
I'm
and
gonna eat it.
just get in there and swallow the big pieces, and those big pieces are gonna cause harm in the esophagus, the stomach, and if they manage to pass through the stomach, they can get stuck in the intestines, or or the bones are gonna come out, but they cause damage all the way, and the dog is just gonna, or the cat, they're just gonna start to poop blood. And that's a problem. You have no idea how many surgeries I've done removing bones from inside of animals.
And what about eggs? Is eggs a good part of the diet?
Yes, you can feed your pet with eggs. Eggs are good, but let's remember, if you're not gonna eat a raw egg, why your pet should do it? Yeah, unless you know that the eggs are good, are fresh.
So I produce eggs, so I have really fresh eggs. Usually, of course, like there's going to be deformed eggs or ones that are not aesthetically pleasing, so I don't give them to neighbors and stuff, and I give them to Po and Coconut. But I usually crack it on their bowl, and they eat it from their bowl. When I was in Guam, I was away for a month. My sister was taking care of my dogs, and one time one of my chickens came and laid eggs under my lemongrass.
Mm-hmm.
And I reminded my sister, like, check under the lemongrass, because one of the chickens don't always lay eggs in the chicken coop. They sometimes come out and lay eggs under the lemongrass. My sister found the eggs. From right there, she cracked them so Po could have a good feast. But now Po knows that that's where that taste comes from. So every morning when I let him out to go use he runs to the lemongrass to make sure that, and if there's an egg, he'll just go in and demolish. And I'm like, that's for human consumption. Please, like, that's a special treat. It's not supposed to go for you every day. And he thinks it's like, oh, a magical thing. Like,
It just appeared. The lemongrass.
Found it.
Holy lemongrass. No, and you know the eggshell is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a good source of calcium.
Calcium. But I just don't want him to know that that's where it comes from. Like, when you're eating your edible, like a decent human being.
So sweet.
So the promotions that are currently ongoing right now at the clinic, what can people?
So the promotions we're having, we're still going with the free spay and neuter for dogs and cats, and you get $10 as an incentive. Please.
Dewormer.
And it includes dewormer. Please give us a call to the 775-PAWS, 775-7297 to make your appointment. Remember, the pet should not eat that morning of the surgery, and the surgery is not dangerous. I'm a really good surgeon. Sorry for saying that.
She has a record, guys.
Yeah. And they always go under anesthesia. They don't feel anything. They don't remember anything. And they are always well cared after the surgery. We check the temperature. We stimulate them to help them to wake up.
How do you feel about
smooth.
when you're doing outreach? Do you mind if people come and look at you while you're performing the surgeries?
I don't care.
As long as they're not crowding the dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are that...
Just please don't faint,
fearful-
because I'm not going to do anything.
Of course. I take care of the animals. That
Yeah.
Please, someone call 911.
Yeah.
But you can come and take a look if you are worried that your dog is going to feel something or be a certain way, the way the bedside manners and all of that. You can come whenever she does the outreach programs. It's usually at a summer house somewhere.
Yes.
Anywhere that they can let her do her thing, she'll come and perform the surgeries.
And
yeah.
you'll see the animal is completely under anesthesia, is not feeling anything. I'm going to explain what I'm doing.
And the recovery process is quite fast. These animals, they recover really fast physically, and
Yeah.
they
And
don't
they're
get
happy.
a cone when they leave, but
Yeah.
and if you have issues with carrying them, right, they can come and borrow
A kennel.
from the clinic, so
Yeah.
if you have like unruly cats, like cats don't like to be transported naturally. So
Or
you
it's
can-
hard for you to catch the
Yeah.
cat. We can also borrow you a trap, and yeah. Okay, so that's the promotion we're having next week. Narad, be ready. We're coming. We're gonna be there on November 11 and 12 from 9 to 2 p.m. We're gonna be doing surgeries. We're also gonna be giving dewormers, vaccines, fleas and ticks medicines, general checkups. Remember, the checkups are for free. You just have to pay for tests and medicines. And the following week, we're going to Angar.
Yay, the people at Vanguard, if you guys are listening.
Yes, we're gonna be
Pods will
there.
be there.
Yes, November 18th and 19th.
So the one at Quabs is one in Menard is gonna be at Quabs Park Summer House.
Yes.
And
In Angar in the community center.
it doesn't require any appointments, but you just have to remember it has to you cannot feed it on that day.
Yes.
They shouldn't,
Yeah.
They should fast for
Yeah.
surgery, just like
Hmm.
humans.
And come early so it doesn't take too long to finish with the recovery.
And one last thing before we go, just a reminder to everyone, the 25th anniversary for Palau Animal Welfare Society, and we're celebrating with the Palauan Dog Show with a theme, kindness to animals. Will be held in November 9th at the Mid-Senti High School gym from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Register your dog through our Facebook pages and or Instagram. There's a QR code that you can, and a link for registration.
Or
And
if you
can-
don't want to register with the QR code, just come that day.
Yeah.
Just make sure that your dog is wearing collar and leash, one person per animal, and please make sure that your dog is not aggressive because it's gonna be fun.
And we understand, we are very open-minded. We understand that dogs need training all the time. So we're not going to be like, oh, your dog is like growling, take it out of here. Like, of course, these animals need areas to learn and grow. So we understand. We will basically, the trainers,
They're gonna
the
support
dog
you.
trainers are going to be there. We're going to tell you how to best train your dog as well.
Mhm.
We're gonna give some examples as well. So
Yeah, we're gonna have different activities. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. If you don't have anything to do on Sunday in the afternoon, just come and have a look and have fun.
there's going to be different categories for competition that kind of include. We're going to objectify the dogs.
Yes, we're gonna have a costume contest.
Costume, best tail, best smile. Different categories, and if you have any questions, you can call us and clarify.
Yes.
Other than that, that was it. Great
Yeah.
to see you this morning, Pam. Dr.
Yeah,
Pam.
thank you so much for coming. It's always great to interact with you.
Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope to see you guys on Sunday.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye.
Edison po 9 EPFM, sige daw labang na talk shorgit, relal chikang.